Another album that I think we both enjoyed, but more of a surprise, also a visual poem, is Lonely Islands, the unauthorized Bash Brothers experience. Andy Samberg just loves these sports satire comedies.
What the fuck does visual poem mean? Like
Nothing.
when I like heard about this, because I'm not like a hardcore Lonely Island fan, so I wasn't aware of the teases of this project until they really did it in earnest the past few days. But like visual poem, like that means nothing. That's a made up thing, right? Like, and
Well,
don't tell me this is like lemonade or anything. It's not. It's just ultimately it's visuals for this quick album they made, right?
right,
And
but
it's almost like it's not quite Tour de Pharmacy or 7 Days in Hell, as you've been referencing. Like
mhm.
Andy likes these sports things, but I was actually surprised that there's like way less plot this time around. This is really just like a bunch of music videos.
Yeah, I mean, even they use the Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire in the late 1980s with the Oakland
Mhm.
Athletics, the Bash Brothers hitting all these home runs because they were roided out of their minds at this time, and that's kind of what the theme of the album is around. But even a lot of the songs on here are very loosely connected to that, and I mean that's just like a general. I mean they have a lot of baseball references and sometimes are more directly referencing things that actually happened in these people's lives, but like the Haim song, or the one where Sterling K. Brown pops in and Sia for
Oakland
Oakland
Nights.
Nights. Like that could just be a Lonely Island song. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
need to be related to them at all. Um, I for the visual part because there's I think there's the music talk about and then the actual Netflix drop. It definitely was supposed to be a satire on something like Lemonade or
Mhm.
Janelle Monae's
Movie
visual
theater, yeah.
album, just things like that. Uh, uh, because this has been more of a trend recently where artists are putting out these visual albums to accompany an album and really add some artistic perspective or add something to what they're trying to say. And I actually thought that was some of the stuff I found funniest was like in between songs, like the just
Yes.
nonsense that they were saying and the visuals that went along with it. I was just like, this is some of the most ridiculous shit I've probably seen on TV this year. Um, but I also thought the songs were pretty good. Lonely Island for being a comedy group uh really can make songs that are still just enjoyable. I mean, everybody knows like I'm on a boat or I just had sex, but I think there's a bunch off here that are actually kind of bangers. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I was impressed with the visuals for it. The visuals, whether you think there's enough substance there, look great.
Yeah.
And like the production values are very, very present. And that does lend itself to the music as well, which sounds good.
Hmm.
Um, this is the first time listening to them where I realized their like shortcomings as rappers, because they've always kind of been like joke rappers this whole time, more or less.
Hmm.
Um, but it did seem like they had the same exact flow every time they rapped, whether
Yeah.
it's on Let's Bash or any of these other songs. And these songs are funny. But then when I hear it, I'm like, wait, they're doing the same rap.
Hmm.
Pat, why do you have to listen to this rap? Like it's the same pitter patter the whole time. And it started to wear on me at the end. But the songs are just super funny because they're just ridiculous, which is what you expect from them. So if that's what you want, then you're going to get that and be happy with it. And I still found it very funny.
Yeah, and if you're coming to Lonely Island looking for anything else, that's on you because
Right.
I mean it's Andy Samberg. He thrives in that lane of just like idiotic, ridiculous, stupid comedy. Um, and he's obviously the most well-known one, but Akiva Schaffer, who also was a co-director for this, for the visual at least, I thought was hilarious playing Mark McGuire, who was, I guess, like a pseudo straight man in part of this, while Sandberg
Yeah.
got to be like
I'm
the
Mark.
ridiculous. Yeah. My name is Jose. I'm Mark. I just uh so many little funny elements. Well, they also had quite a few guest appearances. Haim, Maya Rudolph, Sterling K. Brown, Sia sang a hook on this. I mean,
Mhm.
they got some big names in this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that stands out early. I didn't really like Oakland Nights as a song. Actually, anytime they really used auto tune, I thought it sounded pretty bad. But having Sterling K. Brown be Sia and for the visual, it's just really funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough to take that away from them.
Yeah. Silk robes and kimonos, bro. What'd you think of Haim and Maya Rudolph on IHOP parking lot?
Yeah, that's funny. That's obviously a play on lots of old school movie ideas, right?
Mhm.
Um, I think just anytime they're like sexualizing Mark and Jose, it's really good. Like it's kind of like a follow up to when they're doing the weight room scene where they're lifting the girls. Like, yeah, it's funny. It's I was in for the visual. It really jumps from song to song pretty quick. Like, I mean, the whole album's like 20 something minutes long, and the visual's like 30 minutes. But the plot, if you could call it one, uh, kind of jumps around a lot, but it doesn't really matter because they just throw you into this next song. Usually, it's a high energy song, so
Yeah.
it's fun. But
Yeah,
yeah, the
definitely.
cameos are cool, and that kind of speaks to the success these guys have had for a very long time. Like Samberg has a high profile right now
Mhm.
from Brooklyn Nine Nine, and obviously he was already very well known from SNL. So these guys have some pull, and I'm sure Netflix was happy to add this to the content mine. They're just like, oh, you want to make something weird that we can pseudo promote midweek? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Like it's low stakes for everyone.
Exactly. And I thought it was a pleasant, delightful surprise drop. Probably my favorite surprise of 2019 to this point. We haven't had too many of
What
them.
else is there?
Uh, I'm trying to think if there's been any like surprise album drops.